This is my favourite breakfast at Soho Farmhouse. The beans on toast with cheddar cheese and Oxfordshire sauce and truffle cheese hash brown. Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to Vlogmas day 12. Not like me to vlog on the iPhone, although I swear this quality is amazing, possibly too good. You can see just how shiny I am. Straight out of bed, no makeup on, just a little bit of vitamin C serum. I have come to Soho Farmhouse for a workout this morning, and I've actually got my camera with me, but I forgot to put my memory card back in the camera. So we're gonna have to film on the phone this morning. I just had the loveliest breakfast in the main barn with Charlie. Definitely back to front this morning. Normally I would always do a workout and then breakfast, but I'm quite slow moving today. And Charlie had already done his workout, so we just had a nice breakfast together. I have to say, I think the video quality on the new iPhone is really, really good. It is the greyest, most miserable day today. So I've got head to toe Holland Cooper on, my brown leggings. This coat is an essential because it's so grey and miserable and uninspiring today. And then I've actually had to put on my little cozy fleece over the top of my gym kit because it's so cold and miserable. Because of how miserable it is today and just other things that I won't go into, I have been scheming something this morning. Okay, it's not quite as last minute as that. It's something that I have been thinking about pretty much for the last 6 weeks, but can't believe how this is gonna sound. Let's just say I was looking at the weather in New York over the next couple of days. I didn't want to go all the way there and it to just be rainy for 3 days straight. However, it's actually going to be sunny and maybe even a little bit snowy over the next few days. My friend Em is in New York right now, and my diary would actually allow me to go to New York for 3 days. So I proposed the idea to Charlie over breakfast, and he's actually not against it. We've still got like at least 10 days after I'd get back to still get ready for Christmas. So that's normally what would be his issue, would be that we just wouldn't have time to get stuff ready. But actually we do. I've already done lots of the wrapping, the house is ready, and I think I can make it happen. So today, I'm going to carry on as normal. Obviously, Em has not woken up yet because she's still asleep in New York. It's currently only 5 a.m. there. But when she wakes up, if she says that she's free over the next couple of days, I might just go. I might just go tomorrow morning. Can you see my brain is still like ticking this over and trying to register? It's a really, obviously, huge decision. I've never done a solo trip to the US before, but I would just love to make this happen. And yeah, I'm nervous, excited. Hopefully we can make this work. But anyway, I'm gonna go and do some nice movement in the gym, and I'll catch up with you afterwards. And hopefully by the time I've showered and everything, and we'll have woken up and we can make some plans. few hours later now. A proper welcome to the vlog. I finally have my memory card in the camera. Today is one of those days where it just has not got light. It's, well, not really the middle of the day, it's the afternoon, and I've been kind of waiting to start filming until it got light. Well, it just hasn't happened today. So I've got my TikTok light out, which I can't actually look at it because it's so bright over there that it really dazzles me. But anyway, we've got a lot to catch up on because since I last saw you in the gym this morning, I have been a very busy bunny. I have been organising flights, transfers, hotels, activities, all while on my little walking pad. So it's been a very productive couple of hours. And I've also done all of my packing, which is great. And it's really hard packing for just 2 nights because my friend has told me that it's absolutely freezing in New York at the moment, so I've been packing all of the layers, including lots of thermals, which we know I wear under absolutely everything, and also trying to be a little bit stylish at the same time while trying to stay warm. Very tricky. So lots and lots of layers, but I'm so excited. I can't wait for a change of scenery, for one, and also can't wait to see my pal and just all the magic of New York at Christmas. So we're here in the kitchen because on my way home I actually visited somewhere that, rightly or wrongly, I have never been to before in my life, and I feel like what I'm about to say might shock some of you, as much as when I told my friends a few years ago that I'd never been to a Nando's before. They quickly corrected that, so I have now visited Nando's once in my life, and I'm sorry, I did not see what all the fuss was about. I didn't love it. I did not love it. But today I popped into the Aldi in Chipping Norton, and I've never been into an Aldi before, which is crazy. So I had heard, let's skip to what's actually going on here. We're gonna do Charlie's blindfolded mince pie taste test. I think he's gonna smash it, actually. I think he's gonna really quickly know which are the artisan handmade ones and which are the supermarket ones. But I did quite a little bit of research, and it turns out that the Aldi speciality all butter mince pies are meant to be the best of the supermarket ones. So I picked up a box of these, and in very close second were the Tesco Finest Rich and Decadent all butter pastry mince pies with brandy and port. So we are going to be putting these two to the test versus what you guys told me were your absolute favourites that were available in the Cotswolds, which are the Broadway deli mince pies. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you'll have seen I popped to Broadway with Lala, grabbed some mince pies, and then what I personally think are just perfect when it comes to the filling to pastry ratio. These ones here are from the Huxley's Cafe, also in Chipping, Camden. So let's see, firstly, if Charlie can tell the difference between the slightly more artisan, probably triple the price ones from the local delis versus the probably, well, obviously more mass-produced supermarket ones. I have a sneaky feeling that he will be able to tell very easily, but hopefully he might be quite pleasantly surprised, because we all know what Charlie's like when it comes to food quality, and I have to say, I love that about him. We all love how unfiltered Charlie is, so I thought this could be very entertaining. So the two best of the supermarkets versus hopefully what are the two best of the more artisan ones. I haven't included 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 mince pies here because I just knew as soon as he tasted it he would know it's a 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 mince pie, because we have them so often, and their little mini ones are quite possibly my personal favourites. But I will of course join the taste test with him, and I'm going to heat up my mince pies, whereas Charlie likes them room temperature. Each to their own. I also think they're better with brandy butter. Charlie's just finishing a phone call, but there's something really exciting that I want to open up with you while he finishes. So let's head to the drawing room where it's a little bit more cosy and festive, and let's open it together. Okay, I've just put these all out on individual plates, and just so that we know the order, I will remind you on the screen when he's doing the taste test. but we're going to start with the Tesco Finest. Then number 2 will be the Broadway Deli. Number 3, because they look really similar, is going to be the Aldi. And number 4, saving what I think will be the best till last, the Huxley's Cafe in Chipping Campden. So I'm going to cover these up. Remind me to start with the top left. And Charlie's going to come down in a second and we'll start the taste test. Okay, my darlings, Charlie is here and he's not willing to put on the blindfold, but he's promised me that he won't cheat and he will keep his eyes closed for the initial taste test. Are you going to be able to resist and actually keep your eyes closed?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be able to tell. So you telling me, I think for this to be fun, you need to tell me the 4 brands.
No. You're just going to eat them all, a bite of each.
Right. And
then you can guess whether it's supermarket or artisan and rate it out of 10.
So you're not telling me how many are supermarket, how many are artisan?
No. It's got to be challenging somehow, because you are going to find this really easy, I think. You are going to find it easy.
Fun, but okay.
It's fun for us. Right, are you ready for number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, closing eyes. Are they closed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 2 seconds. Right. Just need to take a bite. Tell us whether you think it's good or not. Whether you think it's high street or...
No, that's average.
Average?
That's quite average, yeah.
Okay.
Quite dry. Pastry not great. 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
That's quite brutal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that from? Tell us then.
Shall I tell you at the end?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
No, tell me that one now. We go as we go.
Okay, that one is one of the most highly rated of the supermarket ones. That's Tesco Finest.
Okay, but it's still Tesco Finest, isn't it? No, but you know, it's still a supermarket one.
Yeah, I think we're
That doesn't surprise me. So just quickly, then, how it looks. I'd be quite critical of that as well, to be honest, because I think you don't need to mess with. I'm a mince pie traditionalist.
I think the flavours are pretty good.
But I'm a mince pie traditionalist, and I like a sealed lid. Yeah, personally.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's disappointing.
That's a shame, because actually...
Do you not think that? It's dry, isn't it? It is dry.
I don't
it's
know
not
if
crispy.
I would say that.
Not crispy at all, though. It's all stuck in my teeth.
Hard to please.
Right.
Okay, close your eyes.
Where are these from? They look good. So
Close
they've
your
not
eyes.
got a lid. Right.
Yeah?
That one was dry.
Okay. Hand out, yeah. Okay, this is number 2.
That's better.
Yeah?
Still not mad on the fact that actually it's very bready. No. Actually, not a fan of that either. 3 out of 10.
No!
Yeah. That's very bready. It's very bready at the base. Like, do you see what I mean? It's not crispy, it's not fluffy. Both of those are average. I'm going to have some water after that. Where was that from?
You're never going to guess. This is what the people of the Cotswolds and the people of the internet think is the best one. Broadway Deli's homemade.
Maybe that's why it's bready, but look how thick that's
quite a lot of pastry.
See that? Look how little filling there is as well.
Yeah.
I prefer the Tesco one to that.
Oh!
I mean, the Tesco one wasn't great either. I would eat neither. Like, I would choose neither. I would rather save the calories.
Don't, careful you, no.
See, that's the reality though. Like for me, like a mince pie, I'm hypercritical, but
I know.
If it's going to be worth the calories, it's got to be good, hasn't it?
So, if you're rating those two 3 out of 10,
Yeah.
what are you rating the Dalesford one?
Do you know what though? For fairness, I would give Tesco 4, Broadway Deli 3.
Wow.
But that's not a mince pie. That's a cake.
Yeah.
Look how cakey that is.
Yeah.
It's not a mince pie.
You
and there's hardly
so
any filling.
hard to
There's hardly
please.
any filling. That, honestly, you would need a whole mug of tea to wash that down.
Yeah.
Whereas actually the Tesco one, at least it looks like a mince pie.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like, that is attractive, but it's more like an Eccles cake.
So just to clarify, Charlie has given a Tesco mince pie 4 out of 10 and Broadway Deli 3 out of 10. I'm so sad for Broadway Deli.
The two that I know I rate,
Yeah.
and they're very different ends of the spectrum,
Yeah.
are Dalesford's one,
Yes.
which I love, and that's an 8.5 out of 10 for me.
Wow.
But I love that. For me personally, and everyone's got a personal preference, it's the perfect balance of everything.
Oh,
But
I
actually,
wish I'd put a Dalesford one in
the
here.
M&S one, the M&S bakery one. No, sorry, no, the Sainsbury's bakery ones. You know they have like a bakery section.
Really?
Obviously it's a fake bakery, it should be called a fakery.
Bakery.
But those ones, which are probably full of all sorts, those ones I remember when we lived in London I used to like. The Sainsbury's, do you know the ones I mean?
Your quality has changed.
My snobbiness has
your
changed.
Snobbiness,
Yeah.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
Well, we could always do phase 2 of this, couldn't we?
We could. Everyone can let us know their favourites.
So
right,
next
we're going to
one.
go for number 3. Eyes closed, please.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 seconds.
These are all being tested cold as well, so warm could help out.
But you said that you prefer them room
I actually do prefer them room temperature. I think most people would disagree with that. Oh, that's underwhelming as well.
You can open your eyes now.
That's underwhelming as well. I would say that's also a 4 out of 10.
Wow.
I wouldn't have another bite of that either.
Wow. You are brutal.
If you're going to do something, do it properly. And this is a genuine review.
Oh, I know.
I think what we're probably going to find out is, unless you make them yourself, or you spend the money and get a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 mince pie, they're all pretty average.
It's almost like this review
Where was that one
sponsored by
from?
𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. That is what all of the websites, all the reviewers say is the best high street one, supermarket one. That's Aldi's finest.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't surprise me. Well, no, I just mean it's another supermarket one. Like, to be honest, the difference between that and the Tesco one, very little. They're both very similar.
Wouldn't surprise. Tastier.
The Tesco one, the filling, of all three, the most filling is in the Tesco one, and it's the tastiest filling.
Yeah.
The worst one is still the Broadway Deli one. But to be honest, the Broadway Deli one, once again, in their defence, I actually think if you put that in front of Paul Hollywood, he'd say that's not a mince pie. That's some sort of hybrid between an 𝑭𝒆 cake and a mince pie.
Yeah.
So if you're, maybe that tastes really good warm. That's the thing. The Tesco one is probably out of the 3 the one I would choose to have, but
wow.
I actually think the biggest issue I have with the Tesco one is just what it looks like.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just like it. Like at least this one, it's got that sort of sealed lid. Anyway.
I think they've made it pretty for mass appeal, but actually a classic mince pie doesn't look like that. Are you ready for your 4th and final?
Yeah.
Close your eyes, please, mate. Okay.
Honestly, I'm disappointed in all of them.
No. I think you might need a bigger bite than that.
No, I don't want any more of that. That's really sweet as well.
Really sweet.
Oh, that's the worst. 2 out of 10.
Oh my god!
That is so sweet. What's it covered in? That is covered in. That is too sweet, isn't it? Do you not agree? You wouldn't want a whole one of them.
I like a sweet mince pie.
It's too much icing sugar though.
This is the most brutal mince pie taste test.
I'm going to put it out there. I don't think icing sugar should be on a mince pie either.
Ooh.
Look, that one doesn't have. Maybe that has a small amount. So that's that one. Doesn't look like a mince pie either. What is that one?
That is from the little bakery in Chipping Camden, the Huxley's, in the middle of the high street.
That's the worst one.
Oh my god!
Which is a real shame because I like small businesses.
Yeah.
That is the worst one. That is so sweet and sickly.
That is.
Do you not agree though?
That is a tragedy.
Do you not agree a little bit with that?
To
be honest, like if we're going to give the audience what they want, if I had to buy one of these, it would be the Tesco one. And to be honest, the next one, I'd probably just leave it, but would be the Aldi one. The 2 artisan ones, to me, are trying to be something they're not. And I am actually a bit annoyed because mince pies, don't mess with them.
Don't mess with them.
The 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 one, we don't have any here, do we?
No.
I keep banging on about it. The M&S do a good one as well.
Okay.
Those are the 4 worst. I think you chose the 4 worst ones. So I think I need to. Do you know what? We're gonna taste test the ones that I rate.
Okay.
You and I together, not blindfolded. As in, we'll put them out. We'll know what they are, and be genuine taste test those. Because I wouldn't recommend anyone buy any of those 4.
Wowza.
I would recommend people go to Broadway Deli, and I would definitely recommend people support small businesses like the one in Chipping Camden. But I would also not buy those mince pies from them. I mean, even looking at it, look, that is sad, isn't it? That is a sad mince pie.
This is a sad day.
Sorry guys, I'm actually going to have one of these because I need cheering up.
Cannoli. Well, this is something that Broadway do exceptionally
They do this very well.
The cannolis.
Oh.
Yeah, they're very squidgy. Well, this is something that I never predicted would happen. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅's actually rating the supermarket ones over the local businesses, but we'll definitely do a follow-up to this. So let us know down below what are your favourite ones. Loads of you guys recommended the Aldi ones, so...
At least the Aldi, you know what though? At least the Aldi one, it is interesting, right? So look at all of them. The two supermarket ones actually are more generous on filling.
Yeah.
Look, which
is funny, because that's the most expensive part, right?
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, like, mince pies are very personal.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching this say, you're an idiot for having it cold. I do like them warm sometimes, but I do like a cold mince pie with a coffee.
Yeah.
Secondly, people would think, oh, but, you know, it's all about having loads of pastry because they don't like the filling.
Yeah.
You'd be more on that fence.
I do love a high pastry to filling ratio.
I think they need to be
would
filled.
say the Broadway deli one, there is too much pastry.
It's just a cake, yeah. I'm sorry to keep bashing it because we love the Broadway deli.
We do. Just get
but
the
we have to be
instead.
We have to be honest on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing though would be looking at them. To be honest, I would have guessed. I wouldn't even have guessed the Broadway deli one was an artisan one. I would have guessed the Huxley's. Did you say? But the only thing I would say is, God knows, like, did you look at ingredients?
No, I didn't want to petrify ourselves.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if all of them have something in.
Yeah.
Because they are a treat at the end of the day.
But I think at this time of year, if you're going to let your guard down, enjoy a mince pie and don't worry about what's in it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed by those, actually.
I think the moral of the story is...
Make your own.
Make your own. Yeah. Oh, golly. Well, I think we should cheer ourselves up from these miserable...
Hang on. What we're going to do is, we're going to do M&S.
Yeah.
We're going to do ∞𝑑aylesford.
Yeah.
We're going to do Fulton and Mason.
Ooh.
So we're going to do the more bougie ones. They were good. And then a fourth option. And we're going to taste test those.
Well, you said Sainsbury's.
Yeah, Sainsbury's, yeah. I thought... Call it marketing, but there's something about Sainsbury's. I've always had a nice feeling about Sainsbury's.
I'll bring a New York mince pie back and we'll add that into the mix.
I think we know how that's going to go down. The Americans do donuts very well, they do biscuits, cookies, all that sort of stuff, but I don't think they're going to do a good mince pie.
Do a good mince pie?
It'll be very sweet.
It will.
A lot of sugar.
We shall see. Well, brutal mince pie taste test, but if I've learned anything from the comments of the last few videos, people love your honesty, darling. So
you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. And as I say, I'm fully aware that a lot of people will think I'm mental.
Yeah.
Or bonkers. Sorry.
Bonkers.
Having these cold, and actually, you know, with having them with something as well. Like, to be honest, all of these you need custard or cream because they're so heavy, all of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, right.
Anyway, let's go and cheer ourselves up by opening up the Holland Cooper hamper that arrived the other day, and you can tell everyone how it arrived. But let's go through it.
Should we go through it, Dexy?
Okay, so do you want to explain what happened the other day?
Well, it was quite the experience.
Yeah.
Because this lovely hamper got dropped off. Oh, what was his name? I think his name was Rob, or was it John? But basically, it was a very, very short British name.
Okay.
In a classic Morgan car rolled up.
Wow.
And to be honest, I'm not that bothered by cars. Like, I've never really been that into cars. But this was a car that I'd get out of bed for. This was a seriously beautiful car. Check out my Instagram, shameless plug, for some lovely detailed pictures of the car. But I think Holland Cooper either own the car or have partnered with them because every little detail on the car had a Holland Cooper touch, and it was so beautifully. The car was branded. Yeah. So the leather seats had Holland Cooper, but it was really tastefully done, and it was really. It was actually quite subtle. Like, even there was a couple of like almost Holland Cooper buttons, but instead of things that hold the boot. You know,
Wow, like that.
Yeah. And then
gosh.
obviously a really nice Holland Cooper branded decal on there.
Yeah.
So I think this car we've been offered before to use for one of the race days, and I think in the past we've thought, oh, you know, we're very lucky with the cars we've got, we're okay.
But now also, yeah.
But now actually, I think I'd be like, wow. I mean, I'll be honest, I'd be nervous driving it because it's obviously a piece of history, and also it's quite low to the ground. It's not really
Oh.
It's not the sort of car you want to drive around the Cotswolds.
Even
I don't
today, coming back from Soho Farmhouse, the Ford that we have to drive through, I think it was 2 foot deep.
Yeah, and you need a 4x4 around here, really, with potholes.
You do.
But anyway, it was amazing. And yeah, I haven't had a look yet. Have you seen what's in it?
No, I haven't. I thought we could have a little look together. So
I'm excited.
Should we have a little unboxing?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this hamper, am I right in thinking this was kind of attached to the back?
Yeah, so it's attached to the back, sort of on the back of the car.
Ooh.
Very nice ribbon. Wow, I don't know if they've got a calligrapher or if someone in the office wrote this, but that is amazing writing.
You've got your head chopped off, mate.
I've got my head chopped off.
We need to crouch.
I'm like Amberlin.
Yeah, let's have a look at the card first.
Holland Cooper, nice card as well.
That is a really nice card.
Season's greetings. Cute.
Oh, that is lovely handwriting. Is that Jade's handwriting?
If it's Jade's handwriting, then that's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows? Wow.
Wow, that is beautiful. So beautiful. And then inside the hamper, we have got a very beautifully bound gift. Oh my gosh, shall we? Oh, okay, let's just go for it, shall we? This is beautifully wrapped.
Extremely generous.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, there's so much. Oh,
also, hang on. First of all, they've got their own wrapping paper, which I think is amazing.
I wrapped some bits in it the other night.
Oh wow! Can you buy it?
Yeah, you can buy it.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Do you want to show the camera a little bit more?
That is a lovely wrapping paper. Just do that with my hand. So that... Do people still do that?
The whole point of doing
I
that
get
is
it to
showing,
focus.
Because normally your camera wants to focus.
I know. But do people still do it?
Yeah. The OG. Ooh, nice. I think we have got.
Ooh, a blanket. Nice.
Is that a throw? That is.
That's a lovely throw.
Beautiful. I love the logos on
nice
there.
for an armchair.
That's really nice for an armchair, and that's also really nice on the evenings that we don't light the fire when it is blooming freezing in our living room. That's gorgeous. This would make such a nice gift for someone that's just moved house. If you know someone that's.
Oh yes. You can never have too many tweed hats.
That's amazing.
And it's called their baker boy hat. Dexy, do you want to try it on?
No, Daddy, I'm not a silly boy.
Honestly.
That really
they're really good on rainy, wet, windy walks.
Oh.
Or if you want to go down the pub. They just keep the rain out of your face.
Keep your hair dry.
Should we see what it looks like on Dexter?
Daddy, it's far too big for me. Oh, Daddy, I look like a fool. Take it away from me.
Oh, you're funny guy.
Dexy does not like it when he knows people are laughing at him.
No, he gets very embarrassed. Whereas Dickens is
very
just happy-go-lucky. Wow, these are very cute.
Aren't they
so am I right in saying in Cheltenham they've got very much inspired by the Ralph Lauren sort of coffee truck? They've got their own coffee truck, haven't they? Is that right?
Yeah, and this is like a leather-bound holder on it. That is bougie.
Amazing.
That's so nice.
Holland Cooper Barista.
I'm going to show you.
Oh wow, look at the base of it as well.
Oh my
I tell you what, attention to detail. Holland Cooper and attention to detail.
Yeah.
They really nail it, don't they?
So this is the cup and this is like a leathery wrap around it, and this is what's on the base. How cool is that? So when you're slurping, then people get to see a little glimpse of the.
That is beautiful.
Of the logo.
And very grippy as well.
Very grippy.
What's this?
Can you do my
Oh, home fragrance, handmade in England. Wow.
Ooh. Move this because it looks a little
Noel number 358 fragrance has been exclusively formulated to provide an inviting and heartwarming Yuletide scent. An exquisitely traditional aromatic blend of citrus and floral jasmine, infused with a twinkling of warm cinnamon and clove spices, evergreens and musk.
Aww.
A harmony of fragrances to epitomise the magic of the festive season. That is beautiful.
I think that's the fragrance that we had last year and was our absolute favourite. Do you remember? The whole house smelled so gorgeous.
That is a beautiful bottle as well. Wow.
I have to say, this wrapping paper just looks so good. Like on, oh my gosh, have you seen how much is in here?
Yeah, that is actually really, really festive, isn't it?
Oh, this is crazy. This is too much.
Have it show the bottle to the. That is amazing. That would make a lovely gift if you're taking just a gift to someone that's hosting.
Yeah.
That would make a lovely gift.
That's beautiful.
So this is the Holland Cooper home fragrance for watches. It is Noel number 358.
Number 358.
I think they could probably shorten that number.
Yeah.
It could just be called Noel number 1 because it is the best one.
This is so. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing.
This is extremely generous. Wow.
Yeah, this is crazy. Wow.
Pure silk, Holland Cooper.
Oh,
handmade in England as well.
Is it a Twilly?
Yeah, that what that's called?
Yeah.
Wow,
Show
that's
the
cool.
camera?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Today does feel like Christmas.
It does. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful.
So what is this? Sorry?
So you wrap it around the top handle of your handbag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or you can put it in like a ponytail, or you can...
If I was a footballer, I'd wear it as an Alice band.
An Alice band?
Not an Alice band. You know, some of these Italian footballers that I grew up watching, they all used to wear sort of... Oh. They were so cool. What happened to Italian footballers?
Too cool for school.
Italian footballers were amazing.
These are beautiful. I'm like a jack in a box. But these, again, amazing stocking fillers. These beautiful gloves. These are the contrast trim. I'm going to need gloves in New York because it is bloomin' freezing and apparently even maybe going to snow tomorrow. So these are going to come with me.
What temperature is it there now?
-2.
Ooh.
Chilly! Very chilly. Such a nice hamper as well. We'll have to think what we're going to do with this afterwards.
Can never have too
these
many.
little boxes? Are they cufflinks? Oh, hoop earrings.
Heraldic necklace.
Wow.
Vintage gold. Oh, that's cool. Very cool stocking fillers.
Again, I actually did not know that HC was doing jewellery, but how lovely are they?
These are cufflinks. While you're up, show those. They are amazing.
Cufflinks for a gift for your brother or husband or father. They almost look like the kind of style that you'd find in an antique shop, don't they? I have no doubt that that's where a lot of the inspo came from.
This is crazy generous.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
That's cute.
Oh, that's going to be very useful for your New York trip.
Yes.
Oh, Dexy thinks it's a toy for him.
Oh, I'm so sorry, my biggest one.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Dexy.
so sorry. This is the bobble hat to match the gloves. Oh my goodness, I feel so spoiled.
You'd have so much fun with that, wouldn't you?
Wow.
Do you want to play with the paper? I'll play
Oh.
with the paper.
Oh my gosh, this was on my wish list. That is amazing. This was actually on my wish list. This is such a beautiful knit. Look at this. It's got the little sparkly bits attached to it.
You're basically kitted out for New York now.
I know. Oh my gosh, I might even fly in this. How beautiful is that? And then let's do one more, because then I've seen you've got a special delivery there.
Right.
That's arrived today as well. Oh, this is a mini, a collection of all of the candle scents.
Oh, that is a nice gift.
And look how beautiful they are.
And I have to be honest, like, as we know with candles, because these are still, what price point are these, do you know?
No, I don't know actually.
Well, but I remember thinking, I mean, there's a famous brand that they look quite similar to, but to be honest, these are just as good.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure why you would spend all the crazy money on that. It's a French brand, isn't it?
Yeah.
And these are just beautiful.
They are stunning.
And actually, I always quite like a set of 3.
I'm going to show the camera.
Lovely.
And then we'll open your special gift. Yeah, they are just the most beautiful designs. And if you've ever been into the Holland Cooper boutique in Cheltenham, this is what the boutique smells like, and it is absolutely incredible. But I always think a little gift set of 3 is such a nice, and also easy to wrap as well because it comes in a box, whereas a singular candle is very challenging to wrap. This one is my personal favourite, the lovely rose fragrance. But this is a really gorgeous way of trying them all out. My goodness, we are fully stocked up. Right. Okay, and then something very exciting for Charlie.
Open this one first. I mean, even the box, as I say, I know that everyone knows we love Holland Cooper and we've been customers and ambassadors for a long time. But the way
the packaging. It's so luxurious.
It's beautiful. Right, let's open this. These are going to be amazing. So Holland Cooper have just basically really excitingly just launched men's footwear. And I wear a lot of Chelsea boots, and these are leather Chelsea boots.
Oh my gosh.
And they are beautiful actually.
That quality is insane.
Yeah, these will look really, I mean, the thing about leather Chelsea boots, I've got a few suede pairs which are great, but leather are just versatile. So these are perfect for, well, I keep saying down the pub, as if I go down the pub regularly. I don't, although I did the other night with your brother.
Last week.
I went like, yeah. I went at the weekend down the pub and had a Guinness 0.0, which was wonderful.
Maybe you will do that more now that he's living locally. Possibly.
I do like going and having a pint in a pub. I'd love it if pubs started serving Guinness 0.0 on draft, because there's something lovely about watching someone pour a pint and then having that.
Yeah.
But anyway, and not so nice when it comes out of a can. But back to the point. These are beautiful, and I'm excited to wear these. These will look good with jeans, but also even with smart trousers.
Yeah.
Very versatile. And it's a light tan colour. I believe they have kindly sent me a black pair as well.
Oh wow.
To be honest, if you had to choose between the two, think about what your partner wears, but actually I would argue black leather is more versatile.
Oh, really?
Because you could wear those with a suit. You could wear those with, obviously, black trousers. You wear them with grey trousers. I will open them up.
Yeah.
Let's put these here.
You open them up and I'll show these in close detail. I think the quality of these is absolutely incredible. Look at the leather, that's such a sole.
Yeah, look.
Wow.
I would almost go as far as saying a black leather. Well, a pair of Chelsea boots are like top 10 gentlemen's staples. Yeah. But I would say a black leather pair is probably slightly more versatile. I'll probably be wearing the brown more, but I would say certainly for a wardrobe for someone that doesn't live in the country. Yeah. Black leather just is so timeless, isn't it?
Like you said, to wear to work, I think black leather is possibly more appropriate, but for your lifestyle, I think you'll wear the brown more.
They look beautiful and they're proper soles as well, which is nice. So you could have these resoled, which I like, because I don't tend to like buying pairs of shoes that have rubber soles because you know that once they're worn out, they're worn out, and you then have to just get rid of them. Whereas theoretically, these should last for a very long time.
Amazing.
Dickens, where are you off to, young chap?
Daddy,
careful! No, this is looking dangerous.
Bunny.
Jose.
He has been leaving little presents for us everywhere. Sweet one, come to mommy, please. Come to mommy.
He might need to go outside. But yes, these look amazing. I'm excited to wear these. Thank you, Holland Cooper.
Wow, very, very generous. Okay, it is now officially pitch black outside. I feel like this has been the darkest Vlogmas of all of them. I think I managed to capture a little bit of daylight at Soho Farmhouse this morning. I apologise if this one feels not quite the same flow as hopefully the other ones do, but as you might be able to predict, I'm kind of just trying to intensely pack upstairs and also just organise things, because I feel like you can't just turn up to New York, especially as a solo traveller, without any reservations, and I would love to do a few festive things. So hopefully, well, I'll be in New York when you guys are watching this vlog, so any festive New York recommendations, please let me know, and I will pack in as much as I can in my nearly 3 days in New York City. So outfit wise, as I mentioned, very, very tricky. I'm packing a lot of layers, thermals, and I thought at least if I have one warm but very on-trend daytime outfit, then I will be happy, because I can just kind of do iterations of this and make slight tweaks to it. So what I have gone for, I'm actually yet to take the tag off these bottoms because they are brand new, a classic. You just can't go wrong, especially when it comes to winter layering, with a roll neck, with a cable knit roll neck. And I've got a few of these Holland Cooper ones. I thought I would show you a few of my favourites. And if there are any husbands listening who are just looking for a completely classic piece of clothing that you know your wife or girlfriend is just gonna love. To be honest, we bought Charlie's mum one of these last year at Christmas as well. My mum has got some gorgeous Holland Cooper bits, but I would say that the neutral coloured roll necks are the most versatile, and like no one could possibly not love them. So a really, really safe gift idea. So the 3 variations, as well as the one that I'm wearing right now, this one here is really gorgeous. It's a slightly fluffier fabric. I might actually wear this one on the aeroplane tomorrow because it's so soft and fluffy that it's just the most comfortable thing in the world. It's going to be a daytime flight tomorrow, so I do want to look quite smart. I could actually just wear what I'm wearing right now, but I love the HC logo that you've got on the neckline here, and it's a fairly long length, so if you do like your jumpers to be a little bit bottom skimming, then this one is perfect. And like Charlie was saying, with everything from Holland Cooper just having the most beautiful details, I love this button detail that we've got here on the sleeves. As you can see, it's the same with the top that I'm wearing right now. And then if who you're gifting for, or you're probably just gifting for yourself, loves layering, then the one without any detail on the neckline but with the buttons here and the buttons again on the sleeve, this is the most lightweight of the Holland Cooper roll necks. Charlie and I are both huge fans of roll necks, as you probably know, so whether it's the cable knit design, the slightly fluffy design, or the more lightweight, I would say these are pretty much my go-to when it comes to building blocks for putting together gorgeous outfits, and the kind of things that you don't even really need to try on your outfits if you are just shoving a load of stuff in a suitcase and hoping for the best. And let me show you what I have paired these with. As I mentioned, these are brand new to my wardrobe. I'm not going to pull the tag, I'm going to wait until I've got some scissors, but this is such a beautiful, smart pair of trousers. I believe the outer fabric is a wool blend, and on the inside it's like a silky material against my skin. So these are going to keep me super, super warm. I could actually wear thermal tights underneath because they're not completely slim fit. Like I wouldn't be able to fit tights underneath my Holland Cooper jeans that I was wearing earlier, for example, but these I most definitely could fit a thermal layer underneath. I plan on wearing chunky boots, or because I'm going to take my 𝑭𝒊𝒅 trainers with me, but obviously it's going to be freezing, so I need to be able to wear some nice chunky cashmere socks. But I'm also debating between my two favourite Holland Cooper coats. So I'm potentially thinking either this one or my gorgeous, you've seen me wearing it quite a few times in Vlogmas, the creamy one with the rose gold thread running through it. This one is not a tie waist, this one is slightly smarter because it is almost double breasted, and we've got that beautiful lining. This is what my trousers are lined with, so really gorgeously soft on the skin. And I have, of course, got a thermal top on underneath the cable knit. So this is just going to be the snuggliest outfit for marching up and down Fifth Avenue, strolling through Central Park. So being super cozy warm, but also very on trend, because if your coat, when you take your coat off for lunch, yeah, this is super, super smart. Oh, it does have a tie waist. Told you a lie. I told you it was just double-breasted. It's both. You get the best of both. You could obviously take this off if you wanted to, but I always think they give a super flattering silhouette. And obviously I unboxed the gorgeous bobble hat and gloves earlier, and I think they are going to be absolute essentials for the days that I'm there, because although it's blue skies on the last couple of days, it's snow tomorrow and it's going to be freezing, freezing cold throughout. You've got the lovely fluffy collar, and the weight of the coat just makes it really warm and toasty. So I think we have decided which outfits we're going to be taking. I'm going to pop this in my suitcase. Charlie's going to carry it downstairs for me very kindly, and Charlie's here at the door. Does this mean it's advent calendar time, darling?
Advent calendar time, mate.
Before he starts cooking dinner. How lucky am I? Right, let's go and do Advent Day 12. What do you think of my new trousers?
Love them.
They're very...
I'd love them in men's, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure they do them in men's.
No, I don't think they do. They do suits, but I don't know if they... I'll have to have a look. I love tweed.
Yeah, I mean...
Always cut me off, mate.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy looking at my my trousers. I was very distracted. I think they're going to keep me nice and warm as well.
Yeah, good.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
We talked about how we've inspired other people to do advent calendars.
I mean, we didn't invent advent calendars.
No, I've just noticed a few knocking about on YouTube, and I've not got the credit.
Charlie.
It was me that came up with it.
It was you. All credit to Charlie. The king of Advent. Okay, day number 12. Oh, it's the crap. No, that's 22. It's because they have FOMO, isn't it? The hero's talking.
Hang on, wait, watch this for authority. Dickens! Look at that. Textbook. It was both of them, but they respond.
Okay, day number 12 is one. Oh, hang on, there's no clue.
No clue, mate. Have you told the vlog where you're off to?
I have. I've been banging on about it all day.
Even the fact that...
You should have put an apple in there, the big apple. Oh, Charlie, you've missed a trick
there you go, mate. Right.
There's no clue.
No clue. So we have arranged for your room to have a view of Central Park.
Oh,
look at
that.
Me. How special.
That is a very good
And the other gift is me holding fort.
What I paid for was a room with a view of the central courtyard, which is just that like grey cabin.
You paid for a room with the view of the facilities. It's like some of the London hotels, it always baffles me, and of course hotels have to have this, but it baffles me sometimes that even like a Savoy or something, there are rooms that someone spends loads of money staying in, all excited, and then you've got a view of like the air conditioning. And we've had that, haven't we?
I've stayed in 2 rooms in London that have been really dodgy. One, and don't get me wrong.
Say the hotels, because you know you can mention hotels. Just do that. Dexter.
Okay, so number 1.
We are back in the game. Gosh.
Sorry, my memory card ran out of battery. I don't know if it just caught the sentence that I just said, but I think people might take it out of context if I was to say it again, so I won't. The second hotel that I had a non-window was, you won't believe it, one of the most expensive hotels in London.
Savoy.
Dorchester.
Yeah.
Sorry, Claridge's.
Oh wow, I've never stayed there. Yeah. That's on my list. The one that's on my list, the two that are on our list, the one that is on our joint list is the old War Rooms, which is a Raffles now.
Yeah.
And that does look amazing. But the one that's always been on my list is the Goring, because that is the one. Isn't that the one that the royals stay at, isn't it?
The Gore.
Oh, it's the Gore that I'm on about.
Hang on, didn't we book the Gore last year for the Royal Festival, Royal Carols?
That's a couple of years ago.
And then they were like,
they moved us.
Full. We've put you in a different hotel.
And the hotel we were in. Once again, like it's interesting. We're very spoilt with work that when we go away with brands, often brands will do a deal with the hotel and we'll end up with really lovely rooms. And so sometimes I'm like, we need to be cautious recommending this to our audience, because are we receiving an authentic customer experience or not? Because we want everyone that follows this channel, everything we promote, we want people to have the same experience, because it would, you know, in the same way it makes my day when we meet people and they're like, oh, thank you for recommending the 𝑭𝒂𝒐 Company, amazing products, or George Smith, or whatever it might be, 𝑽𝒊𝒅 for changing my life, or whatever. Whereas it would break my heart if someone came up to us and said, oh, I spent thousands of pounds, or I spent hundreds of pounds staying in London and it wasn't as good as you said it was.
So the best hotels, I would say, in London that I stayed in on a work capacity, the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 in Soho.
Yeah, Soho's awesome as well.
The Ned is one of our favourites.
The Ned, I cannot, I mean, look, even the location, like, I think for tourists, the location's actually underrated, because there's so much to explore around that area, and you're still super well connected, because you are at Bank, which, for any Americans or any non-Londoners, Bank is actually very well connected tube station. So yeah, you're right. That is a good one.
One that I used to, so fun fact, I used to book the main suite at the artist residence in Pimlico back when we lived in our old house in London, when I needed to shoot things for like YouTube blog campaigns.
Because our bathroom was too small at home.
Our bathroom was too small. And I'll see if I can find any photos, but that room, I think we shot a 𝑭𝒂𝒂 campaign.
Do you know the other hotel? Sorry to interrupt, but the other one that I visited that you stayed at that was really nice, and it is just off Covent Garden. What's it called?
Henrietta Street?
Yeah, Henrietta Street. That's also nice. Yeah, we should do a bit of London exploring next year.
Yeah.
I mean, but then on the flip side, when people ask us about hotels in the Cotswolds, obviously we recommend Straw Top, but equally, Time is a nice hotel, but for me, if you weren't staying at Straw Top and you were a bigger group, I would just do a 𝑑𝒢𝒄𝒄 cottage. I wouldn't do a hotel, because actually largely the hotels in the Cotswolds are extremely disappointing.
Yeah, there's another one that I'm not going to be able to remember the name of off the top of my head, but I'm going to leave it linked in the description box down below. Sleeps 12 people.
Are you talking about Hanks something or other?
No, not Hanks.
Because that's a bit
more old.
Who stayed?
Lauren McDermott stayed.
Who stayed at Hanks recently? Someone super famous.
I don't know. Are we still filming? Because I thought we only had 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're still filming. Anyway, right, I'm going to go cook.
Okay,
so let's do this.
Thank you for upgrading my room.
You're welcome.
I'll be able to see the trees. Okay, so that was today's advent. Charlie has upgraded my room very, very kindly. I don't know how he managed that, because I literally only paid for it a couple of hours ago. But apparently I will now have a view of Central Park, which is really exciting. That will be beautiful to scroll up my windows in the mornings, although it'll be pitch black when I wake up because of jet lag, I have no doubt. But this is actually quite a good place to show you the trousers in more detail. Excuse the fact that I have not got any shoes on, just my nice cozy warm socks. I think they're perfect. This is such a great outfit for traveling, yes, because they're super comfy. But I think I don't want to get it creased up, and I'll probably put this in my hand luggage so I can get changed into this outfit when I land, because I do tend to curl up in a ball on aeroplanes. I'm going to get changed into my pajamas so I'm nice and cozy for dinner, and I'll give you a quick glimpse of our dinner and evening routine. But yeah, I'm so excited. I've got a little bit more packing to do, so I'm going to go and get that done now. Well, my darlings, we just had a lovely, it was a noodle, chicken, peanut stir-fry kind of dinner, and it was absolutely scrumptious. It's just gone 8 p.m, so we are going to get into bed and have a fairly early night. My alarm is set for 5 a.m. tomorrow to leave here at 5:30 for a 9 a.m. flight. So hopefully I've given myself enough time. But yeah, just gonna take my makeup off and get to bed. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. Can't wait for tomorrow's vlog. It's gonna be an incredible one flying to New York. Obviously most of the day will be on an aeroplane, but I'll show you some of my aeroplane snacks that I've prepared just now. And we will have an afternoon in New York. For me it's going to be a very long day because of the time difference, so I'm going to try and get as much sleep as possible. I'll show you my in-flight entertainment. I booked myself a premium on Virgin to head out there tomorrow, so that should be hopefully fairly comfortable. Anyway, my darlings, thank you for watching today's vlog. Holland Cooper pyjamas. These are such a lovely design, very, very silky and gorgeous, and I love the contrast piping. I'll leave all the pieces that I've mentioned linked down below. And my darlings, if you haven't yet, please do hit the subscribe button, because I can see that lots of you are watching the vlogs, but you haven't yet clicked subscribe, so please, please do. That would mean the world to me. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for day 0.5, day 1 in New York City. Good night.